Hi Geminis, the gems of my eyes. How are you guys? I hope you're doing good. Welcomed here by your favorite pup, Nala, and myself. So we're now covering your weekly for September 12th to the 18th, as you can see below. And this week, what's going on in the sky astrologically? So first off, we do have to mention that there are a lot of planets in retrograde right now, especially mainly the outer planets like Jupiter, Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, even Chiron, the asteroid, and not to mention your planet Mercury that just went retrograde as well. So that's adding on to a lot of confusion, slowing down. Everyone's kind of like, what is going on? We're just trying to figure it out. So we're all in this together. We're all in the same boat. And especially specifically this week, there's a lot of oppositions in the sky. So we may kind of feel like we're being pulled in like two different directions. It's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? So let's highlight what's going on. This week on the 16th, we have the Sun in Virgo opposing Neptune that's in retrograde in Pisces. So not to mention there's a grand Earth trine in the sky, right? With the Sun in Virgo, Uranus in Taurus, Pluto, Capricorn. So with this alignment and this opposition with Neptune and Pisces that's hurting retrograde, it's like our reality and what we're seeing in our real life and what's going on is at complete odds with our dreams, our creativity, our illusions, and it seems so far away. Right now it feels like life is very serious, like we have to be realistic, we have to be practical, and like everything's just being like shown in our face. And so we may feel kind of conflicted, like we can't reach for those things that we really want to do. It's like, no, I have to do this. This is my responsibilities. These are my obligations. So it may kind of feel like, well, reality is like hitting us, kicking us in the face right now. And then on the 18th, we have Mercury in Libra, that's also in retrograde, opposing Jupiter, that's also in retrograde in Aries. And Mercury already in retrograde is already confusing us. You guys know best, better than anyone else. In Libra, it's like we want to relate, we want to get along with people, but right now it's like we don't know how to communicate. We're saying the wrong things, there could be miscommunication, everything's kind of slowed down. And Jupiter in retrograde in Aries is like teaching us, or in Aries, it's like teaching us and showing us that from our past experiences that we got to rely on ourselves. We can't rely on others. We got to go solo. We got to do things for ourselves. And Mercury, Libra and Aries are complete opposite. So what we're thinking and communicating is completely different than the experiences Jupiter is showing us from the past. And so we're like, oh, I feel this way, I think I should do this, but my experiences are showing me that I shouldn't do that. So you're kind of like, what do I do? So it may feel kind of very confusing at this time. This week you could feel very like one way you're feeling this way, and then the next you're like, I don't know if that's the right thing, like second guessing yourself, doubting yourself. So if you're having one of those weeks, just know that it may not be entirely your fault, and maybe just take it easy on yourself. Be easy on yourself and don't be too hard if you feel like, why can't I make these simple little decisions that usually are so easy? We're all kind of feeling this at some point or to some extent, some more than others, but just know that like it's just a phase, it's just a transition, it'll pass, but right now just kind of hang on tight and don't lose yourself. Okay, all right, so we're gonna be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards. And of course, you can follow me on my Instagram or TikTok. It's Nicloves with 2 eyes. All right, guys, so my beautiful Geminis, the gems in my eyes, let's get started. So when it comes to your health, I feel like for this week, guys, it's like you're realizing that what's easy to do or what's easiest to do isn't always the right thing to do, isn't always the healthiest thing to do. Like we may want to take like a magic pill and it's just gonna, burn fat or something, or run or do a bunch of exercise 1 day a week for 2-3 hours. But is that really effective? Is that really gonna help us in the long term? Probably not. If we were just to implement smaller, better habits every day that are a little bit easier but sustainable over a long period of time, that's way more effective than doing something kind of extreme one day or like once a week or once a month. I feel like this is a week where you're kind of realizing that and you're making some slow, steady commitments and changes to your lifestyle. Maybe what you eat, how you exercise, or if you exercise, if you don't, what you intake, you know, mentally, not just food, but beverages, but like mentally, emotionally, your spirit. This can be a more spiritual week for you as well, where you're seeing your body as like a temple. And it's like, I only have one life to live. I only have one body. Maybe I should start taking care of it. Maybe I should treat myself a little bit better and start doing things my way and not trying to find the quick, easy, fast way to like, you know, solve problems, because that's usually not sustainable. It's usually not realistic. There is no magic pill that's just gonna like make everything go away or make us better. So this is kind of the week for you where you're realizing that what's easy, or like the easier something is, probably the less likely it's healthy, or it doesn't mean it's always right for you. It could be maybe for someone else, but maybe not for you specifically. So you're making some commitments to yourself, or commitment to maybe a better lifestyle, or lifestyle changes that are gonna help you mentally, physically, emotionally be in a better place. And I think many of you already know what you need to do. Now it's just about executing it and practicing it, starting it, or continuing, staying consistent, because that's probably the hardest thing, right? We all know we need to eat healthy. We all know we need to exercise. We need to do this, go to bed at this time. But doing that all the time and being consistent with it is the hard part, right? Like actually putting it into action. So this is a week where you're realizing not everything that's easy, or what's easy, it isn't always right for you. It isn't always the best option or healthier for you. And you're making slow, steady progress and changes and commitments to your lifestyle in some way, shape, or form, because you know this is the right thing to do. And you're being advised to go through these changes slow. Don't, you know, try to like jump through hula hoops or try to like do anything too extreme. Just take it step by step. Focus on just improving 1% every day, and by the end of the year you'll watch how magic works. Okay, all right. And then when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, I feel like this week, like you've already put in a lot of the work. You've already laid down all the bricks. You put in a lot of energy and time into something that was important for you, or like a project, a plan, your financial goals, school, studying, work, something, and now you get to kind of sit back a little bit and see the results. And I think for most of you, you're going to be really happy with what you see so far, because you've already put in a lot of the work. So now you can kind of like sit back and be like, okay, now you're receiving the energy back from the energy you already put out, that you put into something. Okay, it's like, you know, let's say you were you have a bakery, and so the day before, that morning, you woke up really early and you were baking all the bread and cookies and pastries, and now they're all kind of ready. So now they're just in your display, and now you have a line outside waiting to buy your baked goods. So you did all the work prior, but then afterwards you can kind of relax a little bit and see the fruits of your labor. So that's what I kind of feel happening for you guys this week, where maybe last week or earlier on this upcoming week, you've already put in a lot of energy, a lot of work into something, and now you get to kind of enjoy, sit back a little bit and see the results. Maybe you're getting paid this week, or maybe you get a bonus, or maybe you get to finally see your test results or something. But it just feels like now you get to oversee and gain back the energy that you put in already into something. You're like, you know what? I'm really proud of how, what I did, or my work, or what I completed, and I'm happy about it. It's not always about like how much money you get, but just like how fulfilled it makes you, or like how proud you are that you actually completed it and that you did it. Okay, so, and you're being advised to use your fire energy, use your inner light, and be confident in what you have to offer. Be confident in your skills and your talent, your intelligence, and just see it all manifest in front of you, because you've already been putting in the work, and now you can kind of maybe chill a little bit and see what comes in after, what the results that come in. Okay, and you could be working side by side with a fire sign like Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or there's a fire energy, feminine energy maybe around you that's going to be helping you. Okay, all right. So when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side we have the King of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. All right, so some of you can have Earth somewhere in your chart, like Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And then on this other side, for this other person, this can be the past, present, or future situation, or all three, all the above. We have the High Priestess, Queen of Cups, and the Moon. Interesting. All right, so as far as who you could be dealing with, it definitely could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Do strongly feel Pisces energy. So we did just have that full moon in Pisces, well, depending on when you watch this, on the 10th, I believe. But yes, could definitely be a Pisces or have water in their chart. But even if they're not a water sign, because it doesn't have to be, it could just be energies person is embodying, playing out, or be a mixed match. They could just be really emotional or in their feelings. So you may have someone in their feelings for you, or someone that is really into you. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't, but it seems like this is a very highly intuitive, emotionally intelligent person, maybe more like low-key, conservative, introverted. Their first, middle, or last name could start with an B as in boy, J as in jam. Could be someone who's really, really intuitive, maybe even like psychic as well, can read you really well, but very quiet, maybe timid to themselves, a deep lover, deep lover, very kind, very sensitive, loving, and sweet. Okay, and it feels like it's all coming out this week, or something is being exposed, something is coming to light. It's all coming out this week, and you're going to realize or see that it wasn't all for nothing. So that's probably going to apply differently to everybody, but something is coming out, or it's all coming out this week, and you'll realize that it wasn't all for nothing, because your spirit may be tired right now. Your heart may be tired because you've been, doing a lot, working overtime, maybe literally, or your spirit feels like you've been working overtime, and maybe you feel like people around you, or the people you've been dating or seeing or in your life, don't recognize how hard life has been for you, and how hard it's been for you to just get yourself back together, or just be sane, be happy. And it's been a work in progress, and you've had to work really hard to get to this point where you're proud of yourself, or at least making improvements, right? Because we never reach perfection. We're never like have a perfect life, but your spirit is tired and you're feeling maybe drained, a little bit exhausted. You've been really working on yourself right now, and maybe really focused on your work, your school, your career, and it's been taking a lot out of you, but I think it's been worth it. And this week you're gonna feel really proud of yourself that you did all those things, because it's helped you kind of gain more confidence in yourself, believe in yourself a lot more, and you know your power, you know what you're worth, you know what you're willing to, what you should be receiving, and what you're not willing to just settle for crumbs or anything. And I feel like a lot of you now have a better relationship with yourself and your standards, and what you're going to tolerate and not tolerate. And it feels like you're attracting here, whether you're with someone or you're not, or you're dating, you're attracting someone who sees your hard work. They see that your spirit is hard. They can kind of read you. Maybe this person has had their eye on you. Maybe they already know you, or you guys have been talking, but they've been kind of silent, like not saying too much, not expressing too much, but they've been studying you. They can see your hard work, your effort. They see that your spirit is tired, and they recognize that, and they love that about you. They love that you're resilient, you keep going, you don't give up. And I think they really want to nurture you. They want to love you. They want to be there for you. And I feel like this person's going to want to calm down all your worries, all your stress, and just say, here, this is how I feel about you, or I'm there for you. I know that you're tired. I know that you're exhausted, but I just want you to know that I appreciate the effort you've been putting in, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. So I feel like this may be the week where someone here in your life, or someone that you're already with, is gonna express how they feel about you, and it's all coming out. It's all coming to light, and you're gonna be like, wow, okay, I thought maybe they didn't recognize it, or they didn't realize how much effort I was putting in, but no, they do recognize it. And this is the week where now they're finally coming out and saying, wow, you've been doing a lot, and I really appreciate it. I love that you have this quality, that quality, and I just want you to know that I really connect with you, and I appreciate everything that you're doing for me, for us. And it feels like this person's opening their heart to you. They're opening their heart to you. They were just waiting for the right time, or waiting for the time that, they had enough time to kind of read you, analyze you, and see if this was really like genuine or sincere. And when they do open up to you, you're gonna feel that it's genuine and it's sincere, because they're being really transparent, really open about it. And that's why by the end of the week, maybe you're gonna be feeling like it wasn't all for nothing. Okay, so we're going to dive in deeper in the extended to get more information to see where their energy is at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and also your advice. Okay, so we'll continue on in extended. A link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care. Bye.